We welcome you to the Toyota Center here in Houston, Texas. It is Game 6 of the Western Conference Semifinals featuring the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Houston Rockets here in my 2025-2026 season playthrough. I am Vinny from vdubproductions. We have a clinching opportunity. The Thunder leading the series 3-2 with a chance to win and take on the San Antonio Spurs, just like it is in real life. As we look at the lineups here, we got SGA, Lugan Storage, Jalen Williams, Holmstrom, and Hartenstein. Meanwhile, we have Holiday, Thompson, Durant, Smith Jr., and Sengun for the Rockets. As I said, Rockets took the first 2 games of the series in Oklahoma City, but the Thunder were able to win the next 3, and now they are in position to close the series out. As the Rockets do win a tip here, Kevin Durant with it. He was held to a series and playoff low, 21 points in his last game. Smith Jr. coming around, and that is no good. Holmgren coming down with the rebound. And over to Jalen Williams. Williams with the bucket, and it's good. That's his first 2 points of the game, and it's 2-0 Houston. Kevin Durant with it here, 15 on the shot clock. We got KD being guarded by Williams right now. KD coming around. He'll put the layup up. That is no good. Jalen Williams coming down with the rebound. He's holding on to it. Feeds it over to SGA. 15 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Holmgren. Holmgren trying to push his way through. Feeds it back over to SGA. 5 on the shot clock. SGA feeds it over to Holmgren. He'll shoot the 3, and that's off the back iron. KD coming down with the rebound here. Over a minute into the game. 2-0 OKC. Jabari Smith Jr. feeding it over to Kevin Durant. Durant. He'll fish it over to Holiday. He'll shoot the 3. He'll make the 3, and the Rockets are on top for the first time since the end of Game 2, by the way. In any of the three games that the Thunder have won, those 3, 4, and 5, they never trail a single second, but this is the Rockets' first lead. Will that trend change here? SGA, he's coming around with the layup. That is good. 4-3, as you see SGA during the regular season averaging 36.3 points a game. He's only at 20-something a game. But they really didn't need to rely on his scoring because everybody else has picked it up. SGA is still putting up numbers, don't get me wrong. But he's not putting up, like, they're not having to rely on him. As you see, that's a miss by Holiday as Jalen Williams coming with the rebound. Like, Williams had a 50-point game in Game 4 last time they were in this building. Alexander coming around, or SGA coming around. That's good. That's 4 for him already. And it's a 3-point lead for the Thunder. Sengun coming around with the layup. That's no good. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. Lugan Stort. He'll shoot the 3, and that is no good. Sengun coming down with the rebound. Finding it over to Jabari Smith Jr. crossing the half-court line. Trying to drive it. As he's holding on to it inside the key right now. Fizz it back over to Durant. Durant, 10 on the shot clock. He's inside the paint. He's thinking about, no, he'll pass it over to Thompson. Thompson's coming around. He'll put the shot up. That is off the back iron, no good. SGA coming down with it, crossing the half-court line. And he'll put the layup up. That's good. 6 for him. 6-0 run, by the way, and that's 6 unanswered. SGA averaged 37.5 points in the 3 regular season games against the Rockets this season, including a game, the first watched game of the season playthrough between these two teams when the Rockets unveiled their banner, and that's going to fall out here. Lugan Stort will come down with the rebound. He's back over to SGA. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Smith Jr. coming down with the rebound. There's a big pass over to Thompson. Thompson coming around the layup. That's good. That'll end that 6-0 run. Amen Thompson, who averaged 17.2 points in the regular season. Hartenstein will get his first 2 points of the game. Hartenstein had 12 points in that Game 5 victory. SGA has the assist there. 7-2 run or 8-2 run, I should say. SGA had 6 of those 8 points, and he had the assist on that bucket there. There's Durant. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. SGA coming down with the rebound. Holding on to the shot clock right now. 5 minutes into the first quarter. 10-5 OKC on top. SGA for 3. He drains the 3. That's 9 already for him. 13-5. And we'll have our first time out of the game. 6:48 to play in the first. The Thunder leading at 13-5. We'll be back. Coming out of timeout here. Sorry, guys. See KD leading all scorers in the playoffs with 38.4 a game. Probably going to need that much out of him. As you see, Jabari Smith Jr. with it 13 on the shot clock. Back to Alperen Sengun. 8 on the shot clock. Thompson. 5 on the shot clock. Thompson. He'll shoot the 3. He'll miss it. As Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. SGA has it. SGA gives it back over to Cason Wallace. Back over to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Alexander back over to Holmgren. Feeds it over to Wallace. Wallace over to SGA. SGA coming around with the layup. That's good. That's 11 points for SGA here in the first. And the lead is 15-5. Kevin Durant from the Toyota Center, near the Toyota Center logo. As we're halfway through the first quarter here, 10 on the shot clock. Durant puts the shot up. That's good. That's his first 2 points of the game. And that puts it into that little run there. You see Kevin Durant averaging 31.8 points a game throughout the series here. And you see SGA coming around, feeds it over to Williams. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Thompson coming down with the rebound. Durant feeds it back over to Sengun. Sengun coming around. He'll get the slam dunk. That's his first 2 points of the game, and suddenly the Rockets have a little mini run here. They are only shooting 4-12, though. 7-11 for the Thunder here. So there's 15 on the shot clock, and now we're under 5 minutes to play here in the first. 15-9, the OKC Thunder on top. SGA with the bucket. That's good. That's 13 for him. 13 on 6 of 7 shooting. Aaron Holiday. Oh, Holiday. He needs to get going. Holiday feeds it back over to Jabari Smith Jr. Durant with it. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Hartenstein crashing the rebound. Deep pass thrown over to Jalen Williams. Williams, rejected by Kevin Durant. See, Durant 1 of 4 shooting in that game, but he did get a big block there. Jabari Smith Jr. feeds it back over to Thompson. 8 on the shot clock. Amen Thompson, 5 on the shot clock. Thompson, and that's going to go out of bounds. Thunder ball here. That's 4:05 to play here in the first. So we had substitution out on the court here. Holmgren going to go to the bench. Caruso coming into the game at small forward. Williams going to move the power forward. And now for the Rockets, let's see here. We got Thompson moving to point guard. Durant. Asari Eason also checks into the game now. Wallace feeds it back over to SGA. That is no good. Smith Jr. coming down with the rebound. KD only has 2 points in this game so far. KD coming, drives it. He'll hit the layup up. That's good. 17-11 right now. You see Kevin Durant here at the Toyota Center during a regular season average just a shade over 30 points a game. He's been a scoring machine for the Rockets. SGA, that bucket is good. That's 15 for him. And we have a timeout called by the Rockets. 3:13 to play in the first. It's 19-11. OKC on top. Coming out of the timeout here. We'll see the Rockets. We got Shepard, Okogie, Finney-Smith, Capella. And I believe Durant staying into the game for the Rockets here. So we got Josh Okogie taking the inbound. Okogie feeds it back over to Reed Shepard. Shepard trying to drive into the lane. And he's got to step out of bounds. Careless turnover against the Thunder, or against the Rockets there. 3:01 to play here in the first. The OKC Thunder on top by 8. Largest lead was 10. The Rockets had a brief lead, actually. The first lead since the end of Game 2. As you see, Cason Wallace coming around with the bucket. That's good. That's his first 2 points of the game. And he had 25, actually. Led all scorers at a game high 25 points in that game, as there's going to be an illegal screen call against Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first personal foul, first team foul. 3 turnovers already for the Rockets. Holmgren checking into the game. Is Kenrich Williams also going to check into the game? SGA and Hartenstein going to go to the bench. But yeah, Cason Wallace at 25 points off the bench, leading all game high right there. Holmgren with the slam dunk. That's actually his first 2 points of the game. Wallace will get the assist there. And it's now a 12-point lead, their largest. Reed Shepherd driving with the layup. That's good. As we are approaching 2 minutes to play here in the first, the Rockets shooting 6 of 15, the Thunder at 11 of 17 from what I saw. Jalen Williams will feed it over to Wallace. He'll shoot the 3. That's good. That's 5 for Cason Wallace already. And the lead is now up to 13. Reed Shepherd crossing the half-court line. Still holding on to it right now, 10 on the shot clock. Feeds it over to Easton, back over to Okogie. Okogie shoots the 3. That's no good. Holmgren coming down with the rebound. 10-6, the Thunder out rebounding the Rockets right now. Caruso feeds it over to Holmgren. As Holmgren will put up the bucket. That's good. That's 4 for Chet Holmgren already in this game. And a lead up to 15, but Dorian Finney-Smith with the slam dunk. That puts it into a run there. Great. It's a drought there for the Rockets. You see Williams will shoot the 3. That's no good. Finney-Smith coming down with the rebound over to Reed Shepherd, crossing the half-court line, back over to Josh Okogie. Okogie feeding it over to Capella. We got 13 on the shot clock now. Shepherd coming around. Stops over 8 on the shot clock. Reed Shepherd still driving it over. He's going to put the layup up. That is no good. Chet Holmgren coming down with the rebound. Shot clock still on, by the way. We got Cason Wallace. Wallace feeds it back over to Holmgren. 14 on the shot clock. Holmgren. He's going to come drive it in the layup. That's good. And count it as Easton's called for his first foul. 3-point play coming up for Chet Holmgren. As we have a lineup sets for both teams coming out. Okogie Tate, I think, checks into the game. Sengun checking back into the game. 15-point lead for OKC. And he'll make that 16. Shot clock turned off. 6 on the shot clock, or on the game clock, and that is an illegal screen called against Sengun. That's his first personal foul. Reed Shepherd checking back into the game for Jae'Sean Tate. Wallace, he'll shoot a deep 3 to end the quarter, and that will do it. We are at the end of the first quarter here. OKC all over the Rockets right now. They lead it 31-15. If you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to comment on this video if you haven't done so yet. We're going to start the second quarter right after this. Kenrich Williams will feed it over to Caruso off the inbound. It is Kenrich Williams, Caruso, it looks like Wallace, Hartenstein, and I think Isaiah Joe. That's the lineup set there. Caruso shooting the 3. That's off the back iron. So we got Finney-Smith, Shepherd. I believe that's Okogie, Sengun, and Easton. Yeah, I was right. It was Shepherd, Okogie, Sengun, Easton, Finney-Smith. And a Shepard, he'll put the shot up. That is no good. Caruso coming down with the rebound. 12-6 Thunder out-rebounding the Rockets right now. Caruso will shoot the three. That's no good. Finney-Smith coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Reed Shepard. Crossing the half-court line. Shepard still trying to find a way to drive it to the hoop. He'll feed it over to Sengun. Sengun will get the shot up. That's good. That's 4 for Alper and Sengun. As we're over a minute into the second quarter here. 31-17. The Rockets on top. Wallace will miss that one. Kogi will grab the offense. Will grab the rebound there. As he still holds on to it, being guarded by Isaiah Joe. There's over the Reed Shepard now. 10 on the shot clock. Reed Shepard. Finishes it over to Eason. He'll shoot the three. He'll make the three. Tari Eason, his first points of the game. And that's 5 quick points to start the quarter for the Rockets. Still trailing by 11. As I said, the Rockets had a brief lead, actually. Holmgren will shoot the three. That is no good. Easton coming down with the rebound. 2 minutes into the second quarter. And that is going to go out of bounds, and that will be Thunder ball. We'll have a timeout called by the Thunder here. 9:57 to play until halftime. 31-20, Thunder on top. So I got the league leaders from the three-pointers this season. We got Jabari Smith Jr. at 2, Jalen Williams and Lugan Stort 4 and 5. So we're coming out of timeout here. Kenrich Williams will inbound it over to Cason Wallace. Lugan Stort checking back into the game. Speaking of him, as that's a miss right there. Sengun coming down with the rebound. Finds it over to Okogie. Okogie is going to drive it. Gets a layup up. That's good. That's his first 2 points of the game, and it's a 7-0 run for the Rockets to start this game off, or the quarter off. 31-22 now. They're within 9. Dort. He'll shoot the three. That's in there. First 3 points of the game for him. That ends a 7-0 run, and now all the starters have scored for the Thunder. The lead is up to 12 again. The largest was 16 to begin the quarter. Shepard going to the line, and that will be Cason Wallace's first personal foul, first team foul against the Thunder here in the second quarter, I should say. Reed Shepard at the line, shooting 2. He has 2 points in this game already. He'll make the first. And let's see here. Sorber checking into the game for the first time. I know that Sorber had 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block in his short amount of time playing, and Shepard will sink them both. It's a 9-2 run right now to start the second quarter for the 9-3 run, I should say, to start the second quarter for the Rockets. See another miss there. Eason feeds it back over to Okogie, over to Reed Shepard, who has 4 points in this game already. Shepard, he'll shoot the three. That's no good. Sorber coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Lugan Stort. Dort feeds it back over to Wallace. Wallace feeds it back over to, no, that was Dort. Feeds it back over to Sorber. Back to Wallace, I should say. Gives it over to Alex Caruso. Wallace, there's 1 on the shot clock. He'll take a deep three. That's no good. Sengun coming down with the rebound. Tari Eason. He's back over to Reed Shepard. 13 on the shot clock. Reed Shepard will shoot the three. That's no good. Chant Holmgren coming down with the rebound. He's back over to Cason Wallace. Over 4 minutes into the second quarter, I should say, 34-24. Game 6, Western Conference Semifinals. The Thunder are looking to try to close the series out and take on the San Antonio Spurs, which are doing in real life as well. Caruso will miss that one. Finney-Smith coming down with the rebound. Neither team has scored a point in a while. At least not from the field. The only last 2 points in a while was from Reed Shepard's free throws there. And Sengun, look at that, getting the offensive rebound and the slam dunk. That's 6 for him. And that's an 11-3 run to start the quarter for the Thunder, and they're within, or for the Rockets, and they're within 8. Holmgren feeds it over to Dort. Dort back over to Wallace. He'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. That's 8 for Cason Wallace. And a lead back up to 11. Okogie finds it over to Sengun. He'll drive for the layup. That's good. That's 8 for Alperen Sengun. And once again, the deficit's within 9. Caruso feeds it back over to Dort. Dort coming inside, feeds it back over to Wallace. Wallace, he'll shoot the 3 again. That's another 3 for him. That's 11 for Cason Wallace. Over to Alperen Sengun. Trailing by 12 now. Reed Shepard. 8 on the shot clock. Shepard will shoot the 3. That is no good. Lugenstort coming down with the rebounds. We're over the halfway point of the second quarter here. Reed Shepard 4 points on 1 of 7 shooting. 2 assists, and he has a turnover. And there is a foul called against Tari Eason. That's number 2 for him. As we'll have a timeout called by the Rockets here. 5:50 to play in the second. 40-28, OKC on top. We have a substitution coming out of the court after this timeout here. SGA checks back into the game. Jalen Williams checks into the game as well. And let's see here. We got Holiday, Thompson, Durant. I know they're checking back into the game. And Ousmane Dieng. Yeah, Ousmane Dieng is into the game now for the first time. You see SGA. He had 15 points in that first quarter. He'll miss his first shot of the second quarter. 17 rebounds for the Rockets so far in this game. I didn't really get a chance to look at I forgot to get the stats for game 5. See, Holiday will shoot the 3. That's no good. Jane coming down with the rebound. At least I didn't get the team stats, but I do have player stats from those games. You see Caruso, he'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Thompson coming down with the rebound. Amen Thompson feeds it back over to Durant. Durant will go for the layup. That's good. That's 6 for KD. Amen Thompson with the bucket, or the assist, I should say. Rockets at 43% shooting. The Thunder at 50. And the Rockets within 10. Feeds it back over to SGA. SGA, that is no good. Holiday coming down with the rebound. Feeds it over to KD. KD back over to Sengun. Sengun, and that is stolen by Caruso. Feeds it over to Williams. Williams will get the slam dunk. That's Jalen Williams. That's 4 for him already in this game. Only for him in this game, and the lead is up to 12 again. Holiday will shoot the 3. That's no good. Jalen Williams coming down with it. Feeds it back over to SGA. SGA finding over to Caruso here. 4 minutes of play until halftime. Williams coming around with it again. Finds it over to Caruso. Caruso will get the bucket. That's his first 2 points of the game. 44-30. 12 assists in this game for the OKC Thunder right now. As you see, Amen Thompson feeds it over to Holiday for 3. No good. Holiday, or Williams, will come down with the rebound. I said he's crossing the half-court line. Williams feeds it over to Dort. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Thompson coming down with the rebound there. Amen Thompson driving it, but now he'll give it over to Durant. He'll shoot the 3. That is KD. He has 9 in this game. And the lead down to 11 again. So the Thunder led as many as 16. I see Jalen Williams getting the bucket there. That's 6 for him. On 3 of 6 shooting, so he's not that bad. He's not having a terrible shooting game. It's not getting many opportunities right now. As you see, Rockets call a timeout here. We're going to take one as well. 2:52 to play in the second. 13-point lead for the Thunder. Coming out of the timeout here. SGA, we got Dort, Williams, and then we got Holmgren and Hartenstein. And we'll see. We got Easton Smith Jr., Thompson, Holiday, and Durant. That's the lineup set for the Rockets. Thankfully, they showed that scoreboard there. So we're under 3 minutes to play until halftime, 46-33. Is it over to KD? KD for no good there. There's SGA coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. Williams feeds it back over to Alexander. He'll shoot the three. SGA for three. No good. Durant coming down with the rebound. Smith Jr. with the slam dunk. And that's every starter, by the way, now on the board for the Rockets here. SGA will shoot the three. That's no good. Durant coming down with the rebound. And we'll feed it over to Amen Thompson. Thompson feeds it back over to Holiday. SGA has not scored a point in the second quarter, I'll tell you that right now. KD. Three on the shot clock. He has to get that shot up, and that is no good. Jalen Williams coming down with the rebound. Williams crossing the half-court line. Minute 40 to play in the second. Dort, he'll shoot the three. He'll drain the three. Lugens Dort, that's 6 for him. And the lead is up to 14 again. As I said, the Thunder led by as many as 16. They start the second quarter leading by 16. Rockets were only able to get it to within 8. And since then, the Thunder have saved off any runs by the Rockets. 3 on the shot clock for Holiday. He'll put the jumper up. That's good. 5 for Aaron Holiday in this game. 60 seconds to play here in the second. 12-point lead for the Rockets here. 15 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to SGA. 10 on the shot clock. He'll shoot the three. That's no good. Tari Easton coming down with the rebound. Back over to Smith Jr. Back to Thompson. Thompson. Oh, and that's Hartenstein, I believe, with the block there. It's out of bounds. Still Rockets ball. Whew. Good job, Hartenstein. Hartenstein's improved his scoring in the series so far. See, 14 on the shot clock. And get it over to Kevin Durant. Durant feeds it back over to Thompson. 7 on the shot clock. Thompson coming inside, driving it, but he'll pass it over to Smith Jr. for 3. Good! 5 points for Jabari Smith Jr. And the Rockets within 9. Shot clock turned off, though. This basically could be a 2-for-1. You hold on. If you make the shot before the end, you'll get the inbound to start the second half, I should say. And exactly that for Jalen Williams. He's at 9, and that will do it. We are at the end of the first half here. The Oklahoma City Thunder, 52-40 lead over the Rockets. They are 24 minutes away from advancing to the Western Conference Finals. If you like what you see, hit the like button, comment on this video, and if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button. And also go ahead and, if you are able to, there's a link in the description down below if you're able to donate to my Cash App, as well as where you can follow me on Instagram and X. And with that, I am Vinny from vdubproductions. We're going to send it to halftime. We will see you guys in the second half. Back here in Houston, 52-40, the Thunder on top, leading the Rockets. I said the Thunder lead the series 3-2. They're looking to close the series out. As you look at SGA highlights, and all those are just from the first quarter. He had 15 points in that first quarter, did not score a single point in the second quarter. I think he had an assist when he came back out on the court. But he still has a game-high 15 points right now. You see Holmgren will inbound it to aforementioned SGA. The starting five are out there for both teams. SGA, Dort, Williams, Holmgren, and Hartenstein. And then we have, for the Rockets, we have Holiday, Thompson, Durant, Smith Jr., and Sengun. See Holiday feeding it back over to Durant. Durant feeds it over to Smith Jr. 8 on the shot clock. Smith Jr. coming around with the layup. That's good. That's 7 for Jabari Smith Jr. First points in the second half here. 52-42. The Thunder on top. SGA feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. Williams back over to Holmgren. Holmgren, he'll shoot the three. He'll drain the three. That's 10 for Chet Holmgren. Third player to reach double figures for the Thunder in this game. Feeds it back over to Durant. He'll shoot the three. That's no good. Holmgren coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to SGA. Feeds it over to Holmgren. He'll shoot the three. Back-to-back threes, and it's a 16-point lead now. 13 for Chet Holmgren. Matches their largest margin of lead. 58-42, Thunder on top. Sengun feed it over to Amin Thompson. Thompson. They're right up there. 2 on the shot clock. Thompson, he'll shoot the bucket. That's no good. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. SGA with it. Feeds it back over to Williams. He'll shoot the three. He'll drain the three. Jalen Williams now in double figures. It's a 9-0 run, and it'll lead up to 19. 4 players, including 3 starters, now in double figures for the Thunder. So we're over 2 minutes into the third quarter here. 61-42. Smith Jr. for 3. No good. Williams coming down with the rebound. Jabari Smith Jr. 7 points on 3 of 5 shooting, 2 rebounds. 14 on the shot clock. Finds it over to SGA. SGA coming around with a shot. That is no good. Smith Jr. coming down with the rebound. 9.5 minutes to play here in the third. 19-point lead for the Thunder. Feel the Thunder. Lightning and the Thunder. Okay, I need to stop with that one. KD, though, will have the shot. That's 12 for him, and he is the first player to actually reach double figures for the Rockets. SGA, and that is a foul called against Amin Thompson. That's his first. And first team foul in the third quarter. 14 on the shot clock coming out of the inbound. Over to SGA. 10 on the shot clock. SGA. He'll put the bucket up. That is good. That's 17 for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. First point since the first quarter. Lead up to 18, and timeout Rockets. We're going to take one as well. 8:45 to play in the third. 63-45. Thunder on top. We look at the league leaders for playoff percentages for field goal shooting percentage. Isaiah Hartenstein, believe it or not, second in the league with 86.8 and nearly 87% shooting. I mean, Hartenstein doesn't score many points, but when he does take enough shots, and he does get his shots up, he will make them count. Smith Jr. holding on to it right now. 10 on the shot clock. He'll put the shot up. That is no good. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. Williams coming around with the layup. That is good. Jalen Williams with 14 points. It's a 20-point lead now. Feeds it back over to Smith Jr. Smith Jr. with a block. Holmgren coming down with it. Feeds it back over to SGA. SGA with a shot. That is no good. Durant coming down with the rebound. Durant He'll shoot the three. That is off of there. No good. Lugens-Dort coming down with the rebound. Dort over to Holmgren. Holmgren's going to go to the line and count it. Amen Thompson, his second personal foul, second team foul. That's 15 for Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren shooting 2 for OKC. Look at that, 10 3-pointers made, 43 points off of assist. And he'll make the second one. That's 16 for him, and the lead is up to 23 for OKC. And in there, 10 on the shot clock now. And Thompson feeds it over to Jabari Smith Jr. And rocked by Holmgren. That's going to go out of bounds, and the Rockets will retain possession, but they have 4.8 to shoot. Another replay of the Chet Holmgren block. And let me tell you guys something. Holmgren's been having a block party this postseason. Especially in these last nearly 3 3/4 of a game since Game 3 of this series. Sengun. He's it over to Thompson. He'll have to get that shot up quickly. He does draw iron, but it doesn't really matter as Jalen Williams will come down with it. Williams. Oh no, he thought about shooting the three for a second, but he passes it up. Oh, fine. Dort will shoot the three. No good. Sengun coming down with the rebound. No points for the Rockets in nearly 2.5 minutes. Oh, and look at that. I thought for a second Smith Jr. would come down with it. He will not come down with it again. He had a second shot at it, but he misses it. Dort feeds it over to Holmgren. Holmgren! That's 18 for him. And the lead is up to 25. 6.5 to play here in the third. And let me tell you guys something. It looks like Oklahoma City wants to put an end to this series here. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. See Lugens-Dort. He's back over to Holmgren. Holmgren, that is good. That's 20 for him. First player in the game to score 20. If I'm not mistaken, I know it's a long drought right now. I forgot the run for the Thunder, but I definitely know it's a big run right there. Smith Jr., he'll put an end to that. That's 9 for him. He's minus 21 out on the court. 72-47, OKC on top. Feeds it over to Holmgren. Holmgren, he'll put the bucket in. That's good. That's 22 for him. SGA with the assist. He's only, as I said, SGA has played his part other than just scoring this postseason. Yeah, he got up to that great first quarter. He's having a decent game at 17, but 15 of those came in that first quarter. And he's only had 2 points in this quarter. There's 2 on the shot clock here. Durant will get the shot up off the back iron. No good. Holmgren coming down with the rebound. SGA coming with the layup. That's good. Make that 19 for him. 10 of them mid-range. By the way, want to point out that the Thunder have outscored the Rockets 24-7 right now as we're approaching about 4.5 to play here in the third. Feeds it over to Sengun. Sengun feeds it back over to Durant. Durant will shoot the three off the back iron. No good. Dort coming around. And that is a reach-in foul called against KD. We're going to have some substitutions coming out onto the court right now. Cason Wallace checking into the game for Lugens-Dort. Wallace has 11 points in this game off the bench. He had 25. He led the way. And then we'll see Thompson, Durant moving to shooting guard, and it's Tari Eason checking into the game at small forward for, I think Holiday, is on the bench. Thompson will have it. He's back over to Smith Jr. Smith Jr. will put the shot up. That's no good. Hartenstein. The woes continue for the Rockets here in Game 6. They are shooting themselves to the offseason for what it seems like here. 3:44 to play in the third. SGA Got 6 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Wallace. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Smith Jr. coming down with the rebound. 3.5 to play in the third. Thompson coming around. Feeds it over to Smith Jr. He'll shoot the 3. That's off the back iron. SGA coming down with the rebound. SGA still holding on to it. 15 on the shot clock. Will pass it to Wallace. He thought about taking a shot, but he hesitated. Wallace will break 3. He'll put the shot up. That's no good. Smith Jr. coming down with the rebound for the Rockets here. 3 minutes to play in the third. Eason. Feeds it back over to Sengun. 10 on the shot clock. Got 8 on the shot clock now. Finds it back over to Durant. Durant will find it over to Smith Jr. Gets the shot up. That's no good once again. Only 31 points combined between the two squads here in this third quarter. And there's another reach-in foul for Alperen Sengun. That's number 2 for him. Caruso checking into the game. Kenrich Williams and Chet Holmgren will move to center as Hartenstein going to go to the bench. And let's see here. We got Durant, Okogie. Who else is out there? Durant's still out there. I know that. Eason, I know, is still out in the game. Caruso, that is good. That's Alex Caruso's 4 points for him. 78-47. 33 combined points in this quarter. 26 of those belong to the Thunder. And there, we got Finney Smith feeding it over to Durant. And Durant. Oh, and there's a block once again. Look at that. You know what? The Thunder are continuing to play tough defense. And that's Finney Smith. He'll get called for his second personal foul. Second team foul. Or no, 15 foul as Caruso is going to go to the line shooting 2. We have 1:51 to play here in the third. It's a 31-point lead for the Thunder. As of right now, they are poised to take on the San Antonio Spurs right now. We still got a whole quarter to play. Who knows what will happen here? Substitution out on the court. Durant's going to go to the bench. Jae'Sean Tate will check in as Okogie will move the point guard. Caruso sinks them both. 80-47. He's it back over to Jae'Sean Tate. 13 on the shot clock for the Rockets here. Jae'Sean Tate trying to drive it forward here. He's not able to get anything going. Okogie will shoot the 3. That's off the back iron. Wallace coming down with the rebound. Under 1.5 here to play in the third. No points for nearly 4.5 minutes now for the Rockets. So we got 1:17 to play. SGA for 3. No good. Eason feeds it back over to Jae'Sean Tate. Tate over to Okogie. 1 minute to play here in the third. Capella coming around. He feeds it back over to Okogie. Back over to Tate. Tate. Oh, and look at that. Holmgren with another block, and he controls it. Wallace now has it the other way. SGA finds it back over to Caruso now. 14 on the shot clock. Caruso will take the jump shot. Good! That's 8 points for Alex Caruso. And it's now a 35-point lead. 15 on the shot clock. Jae'Sean Tate. As we got 20 seconds to play here in the third. Tate coming around. Feeds it back over to Eason. He'll shoot the 3. That's in there. Oh, that's over 5 minutes of scoreless drought. Eason will finally break it there. Caruso coming out with the layup. That's good. That's 10 for him. SGA with the assist. Finney Smith. That is no good. That will not count. We are at the end of the third quarter here. 84-50, the Thunder on top. If you like what you see, hit the like button. Comment on this video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We're going to be back to start the fourth quarter right after this. Back here in Houston, 84-50. The Thunder on top. We look at the State Farm assist of the game. That is Lugan Stort to Chet Holmgren here. As we see Eason will inbound it to Okogie to start the fourth quarter. Tate also out on the court. So it is Okogie, Tate, Sengun, Eason, and Finney-Smith. As the Okogie will put the shot up. That is no good. Jalen Williams, that's a Jaylin Williams, as well as Wallace, Kenrich Williams, Isaiah Joe, and Caruso out on the court. Isaiah Joe coming around. Feeds it back over to Jalen Williams, a Jaylin Williams. As I said, I'd make an emphasis on the spelling. As Cason Wallace for three. That's 14 points for him. The lead is up to 37 now. The Thunder outscored the Rockets 32-10 in that third quarter, by the way. 32-10. Just to let you guys know. This is how much you see Caruso blocked there. Believe that is Okogie getting the block there. That is Rockets ball. Or no, Thunder ball still. Caruso, as we see some substitutions coming out on the court now. They're not really showing anything for any substitutions as we have 10:55 to play here in the fourth. You look at Okogie, who made that block just for a second. Let's see how 2K will do with this glitch. And are we? Yeah, there we go. Ousmane Dieng is back into the game now. Cason Wallace still out there. Feeds it over to Kenrich Williams. And there is an illegal screen called against Caruso. That's his first personal foul. First turnover technically here as Jaylin Williams checking it back in. Reed Shepard crossing the half-court line now with it. 19 on the shot clock for the Rockets here, trailing by 37 right now. Sengun, probably the only starter that's out on there right now. Sengun, he'll lose it as Jalen Williams coming down with the steal. Caruso and Wallace are the only players to score bench points right now for the Thunder in this game. Wallace, and that will be Okogie call for his first personal foul.
First team foul.
As we see Kenrich Williams feeds it back over to Cason Wallace. 8 on the shot clock. Wallace, he'll shoot the three. That's no good. Finney-Smith coming down with the rebound. Okogie with it. Crossing the half-court line here. 10 minutes left of this game. Quite possibly 10 minutes left of this series. Unless something really drastic happens here in Houston. Shepard feeds it back over to Finney-Smith. They'll shoot the three. That's no good. Isaiah Joe coming down with the rebound. Cason Wallace, 15 on the shot clock. He'll shoot the three. That is no good. That is tipped. Wallace coming down with the offensive rebound. Wallace still holding on to it right now. 5 on the shot clock. Wallace will put a jump around shot. He'll get the layup up. That's good. Cason Wallace, 16 for him. And the lead is up to 39. Shepard feeds it over to Sengun. Sengun will get the bucket there. He's in double figures. He's only the second player for the Rockets to reach double figures in this game. Wallace will shoot the three. He'll drain the three. It's a 40-point lead. That's 19 for him, and 8 of them here in this. All 8 of them have come from him in this quarter. Sengun will shoot the three. That's in there. That's 13 for him. Leads it over to Isaiah Joe now. Back over to Caruso. Caruso feeds it over to Williams. He'll shoot the three. That's no good. Finney-Smith coming down with the rebound. As I said, 29 bench points for the Thunder in this game, but it's only Caruso and Cason Wallace having those bench points right now. Needs it back over to Finney-Smith. Finney-Smith feeds it over to Easton. He'll shoot the three. That's no good. Kenrich Williams coming down with the rebound. Gives it over to Williams once again. Williams, he'll shoot the three. That's good. And the lead back up to 40 again. That's for 3 points for Kenrich Williams. Get it over to Alperin Sengun. And there is a foul called against Caruso. That's his second personal foul. First team foul. As, let's see, that I believe that's Swarber coming back into the game. Not many fouls. Only 3 total fouls, actually, as Durant's coming back into the game with Amen Thompson for the Rockets. Amen Thompson. That is good. That's 4 for Amen Thompson. The Rockets only shooting 34%. The Thunder at 53%. Caruso feeds it over to Sorber. And Thomas Sorber with his first points of the game. Caruso with the assist. The lead is up to 40 again. 6:53 to play here in the fourth and in this game, quite possibly the series. Because it looks like that we're on the path for, as you see, Sengun will lose it, but Sorber touches it, so it's going to be out of bounds. Jabari Smith Jr. checking into the game. Smith Jr. at 9 points in this game. The third leading scorer. Sengun leading with 13. Durant with 12. Durant for 3. Make that 15 for him. And a lead down to 37 again. That's the Chris Paul type 3. Over to Thomas Sorber. Feeds it back over to Wallace. Wallace coming around. He'll put the bucket up. That's good. That's 21 for him. And as of right now, it looks like he quite possibly will also be the leading scorer, as the lead is up to 39. Durant will shoot the 3. No, that's 2 for him. That's 17 for him. Gives it back over to Isaiah Joe, 15 on the shot clock. Joe feeds it back over to Caruso, back over to Joe. He'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. It's back to a 40-point lead again. Durant with the bucket, make that 19. Durant has 7 points in this quarter. He only had 12, all in the first 3 quarters combined. Caruso feeds it back over to Kenrich Williams. Over to Joe. He'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. It's a 41-point lead. Isaiah Joe with 6 points. We see Durant with it. Down by 41. Durant will get the bucket. That's 21 for him. Ten points in the paint for him. He's starting to score his points when the game no longer matters here. 4.5 to play here in the third. Over to Thomas Sorber. Sorber with the layup. That's good. That's 4 for him. Wallace will have the assist there and a lead up to 41 once again for the OKC Thunder. 4:15 left of this series. I think the Thunder fans are going to get ready to start lining up outside of Paycom Center or go on their smartphones or Ticketmaster.com because as we see players coming into the game now, we got A.J. Mitchell and Ousmane Dieng. And for the Rockets, let's see here. We have Durant still in the game, Thompson, Smith Jr., Sengun, AC Durant coming around with the layup. That is good. 23 for him. That's actually a game high. A.J. Mitchell has it. Say game high as far as players scoring points. Mitchell will shoot the 3. That's no good. Sengun coming down with the rebound. Amen Thompson feeding it over to Jabari Smith Jr. Smith Jr. back over to Sengun, over to Durant. We got Smith Jr. back over to Thompson. 8 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Sengun. Sengun feeds it over to Durant. There's Aaron Holiday for 3. No good. Isaiah Joe coming down with the rebound. Joe feeding it over to Mitchell. Mitchell with the bucket. That's good. A.J. Mitchell getting points now. Look at that. 45 of 80 for the Thunder. 29 of 77 for the Rockets. Final 3 minutes of the series. Unless something really drastically happens in the next 250, it's going to be OKC and San Antonio in my season playthrough, just like it is in real life. KD for 3, no good. Isaiah Joe coming down with the rebound. Mitchell has it. Crossing the half-court line now. A.J. Mitchell feeding it back over to Jang. Over to Kenrich Williams, feeding it over to Jang. Jang back over to Caruso. He'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. Alex Caruso with 13. 112 to 68. Durant, he'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Kenrich Williams coming down with the rebound. Needs it back over to Alex Caruso. Don't think any of the starters played for the Thunder in this fourth quarter, and why not rest them? They're going to have a tough series coming up against the San Antonio Spurs. I don't care that this is the 8 versus 2 in this universe. Is A.J. Mitchell. He'll get points. And the lead is up to 46. Durant. That is no good. So from games 3, 4, and 5, the Thunder never trailed a single second. The Rockets only had a brief lead. They see Mitchell. That's no good. Smith Jr. coming down with the rebound. Feeding it back over to Kevin Durant. Durant feeds it over to Sengun. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Isaiah Joe coming down with the rebound. Mitchell holding on to this one right now. 15 on the shot clock here. Final 60 seconds. 10 on the shot clock. A.J. Mitchell. 4 on the shot clock. Over to Jang. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Thompson coming down with the rebound. 45 seconds of play in the fourth. That is no good. Jang coming down with the rebound. Jang feeds it over to Mitchell. Mitchell coming around. Feeds it back over to Jang. Over to Kenrich Williams. Back over to Mitchell. Over to Caruso. Caruso back over to Mitchell. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Sengun coming down with the rebound. Final 15 seconds of the game. Holiday feeds it back over to Thompson. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good, and that's going to do it. They just have to cross half court. Caruso's just going to hold on to it. And the Thunder are going to move on to the Western Conference Finals to take on the San Antonio Spurs. They defeat the Rockets 114 to 68. They outscored the Rockets. The Thunder outscored the Rockets, I believe, 62 to 28 in that fourth quarter. And the series is over with, and the season over with for the Rockets, as SGA is going to get player of the game. We'll be back with the post-game player stats coming up right after this. It's time for the post-game player statistics brought to you by 2K Sports. And for the final time of the season playthrough, we're going to be looking at the Houston Rockets stats. Kevin Durant with 23 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block. He was held to only 44 combined points in the final 2 games of the series. Alperen Sengun, 13 points, 10 rebounds. Jabari Smith Jr., 9.7 rebounds, 2 assists. Tari Eason with 6 points, 2 rebounds. We got Aaron Holiday with 5 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Amen Thompson, 4 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Reed Shepherd, 4 points, 4 assists. Dorian Finney-Smith with 2 points and 6 rebounds. And then we have Josh Okogie with only 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist and a block. Clint Capella only had 2 rebounds in 6 minutes of play. Jay Sean Tate, 1 assist in 4 minutes of play. Steven Adams and Jeff Green did not play for the Houston Rockets, and we did not see Steven Adams in a single watched game. By the way, I just wanted to point that out. And now for the victorious Oklahoma City Thunder, who are moving on to the Western Conference Finals. We'll look at Chet Holmgren with 22 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, and 5 blocks. Oh, I told him about he had a block party this whole postseason, especially in this game. Let's see, Cason Wallace, 21 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. SGA, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists. He got player of the game. The Jalen Williams, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Then we got Alex Caruso at 13 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Logan Stewart, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Isaiah Joe at 6 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block. Thomas Sorber, 4 points, 1 rebound. A.J. Mitchell had 4 points off the bench. Kenrich Williams, 3 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Isaiah Hartenstein, who only had 2 points and 9 rebounds, but he did have a block in the game. Ousmane Dieng, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Then we had the other Jalen Williams, the Jaylin Williams. He had 1 rebound, 1 steal. Nikola Topic is the only player who did not play for the OKC Thunder. And that will do it for your post-game player statistics for this series. Have one more series left, and that is between these two teams, the Atlanta Hawks and the Orlando Magic. We're going to a Game 6 as well in this series in Orlando. And a little bit of the similarities between Orlando and Oklahoma City, where both teams lost the first 2 games. Well, the Thunder were able to complete the comeback, win the next 4. Could the Magic do the same thing? The only difference is that the Magic lost the first 2 games on the road. The Thunder lost the first 2 games at home. But the similarities is that they were down 0-2 and now both have a chance to move on, or the Magic now have a chance to do exactly what the Thunder did and win 4 straight to move on as well. But it is Game 6, Hawks, Magic, on our next video. Be there or be squared. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit the like button, comment on this video, and if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. And also, if you are able to donate, there is a link in the description down below to my Cash App, as well underneath that, where you can find me on Instagram and X to follow me on social media. And with that, I want to remind everybody the final score of the game. The Oklahoma City Thunder outscoring the Houston Rockets 62-28 in that second half. They were already up by 12. They ended up winning this game by 46. 114-68, the final score of the game. It will be OKC and San Antonio in the Western Conference Finals in this universe, just like in real life, where the Thunder at this time are leading that series 2-1. And this video will probably be out before Game 4 of that series. So with that, I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and I am signing off.